I'm Matt Gauldie, artist and sculptor and former New Zealand Army artist. Yeah, so this portrait's got quite a number of symbolic elements that run through it in order to give it some sort of narrative and a little bit of a story as to what Reverend Huata was, a little bit about what he was like as a person. And so, and what his role was over there as Padre of 28th Māori Battalion. So we put this truck in the Te Ro Aroha in as a request from his whānau, and after thinking about it a little bit, I realised what an inspired decision that was to have that as a background. Wī Huata himself was there as the Padre to nourish those soldiers spiritually and culturally, and also practically with food, and you know, and to have him next to that truck, it sort of symbolises he was like the truck, and that was his role within the 28th. I also put in a little mandolin, a little Italian mandolin, and also the monastery there at the top of Cassino, and a little helmet as well. Although Wī Huata was Padre, he also was quite active and right up the front and involved in some pretty heavy duty conflict as well. And yeah, I just wanted to try to symbolise all of that in these various parts of the painting. So I think the most challenging part about this painting of Reverend Wī Huata has been is probably the historical accuracy. With a lot of the works that I've been doing recently with the New Zealand Remembrance Army, the historical accuracy and the research behind it really is the underpinning factor, and they pick up all the little details and nuances that are quite important. And so the first issue, I suppose, is that most of the works, the reference images and things that I'll have for this painting are in black and white, so you have to try to find a way to colorise all of that for a start, and then think a lot more about the actual medals, what the medals and what colour of the ribbons are and what's actually on them. So every single element in a painting like this behind me, there's been research and consideration on all of it. The process of painting a portrait, and this painting of Reverend Wī Huata, this is a similar process that I've sort of landed on after about 35 years of portrait painting. And it seems to me that there are three major concerns that I try to think about when painting. So firstly, does it look like the individual you're trying to portray? Does it tell a story about what they were able to achieve? Was there some sort of narrative in there? And then thirdly, is it an interesting and compelling work of art that's going to be have an arresting quality? Are people going to stop and look at it because it's an interesting work of art? Is it contemporary? Does it add something to portrait painting or traditional portrait painting? It'd be great if this artwork was able to be around younger people and help inspire young people to think a little bit about some of the important New Zealanders and people that have come before them. As far as I know, this painting is going to be at Te Wānanga Whare Takitimu, one of the bigger schools up there in Hawke's Bay, and it'll be amazing if it was able to be there and have the young people walk past it and think about who this legend was and how he fits into New Zealand history.